In your last story, we talked about some of the concerns that prior cadets had brought forward. Concerns like the fact that we pepper spray cadets during training.
In other news tonight, changes at Austin's Police Academy. Austin Police Chief Brian Manley is bringing a culture shift to the academy he hopes will lead to better interactions between officers and citizens. He says he wants the academy to start treating cadets more like college students instead of military recruits, while still preparing them for everything they may encounter on the street. Tony Blahetsky is here with the chief's plans.
Quita, this is one of the first major actions by Chief Manley since he became Austin's permanent chief June 14th. It's one of several goals that City Manager Spencer Cronk outlined for Chief Manley when he offered him the job. It also follows our reporting in late April that raised questions about the tone and the atmosphere of the academy, something officials say helped spark a community conversation.
Will I ask you a question? Yes, sir.
What we're doing really is looking at the culture of the training environment.
It's the place Austin police officers learn to do the sometimes dangerous job of keeping us safe. Nearly 9 months of intense instruction.
Half of you went one way, half of you went the other.
Both outside
Get your butt up.
and inside the classroom at the APD Training Academy, the place that sets the tone for an officer's career. 2 months ago, as acting police chief, Brian Manley defended the academy's atmosphere when we asked him to respond to complaints from a group of former cadets.
I'm very satisfied with how we're training the men and women here at the Austin Police Department. If I wasn't, then I would make changes.
But over the past month, as he was meeting with the community as part of a vetting process to become chief, Manley says he changed his mind. Now, he says, it's time for a different approach.
We always want to make sure that we are providing our cadets the best possible training that meets not only really industry best practices, but that meets the community's expectations.
You're looking for weapons.
Manley says he has asked Academy staff for suggestions about how they can emphasize what law enforcement officials call a guardian style of policing, where officers are first seen as public servants, rather than a warrior style of military-type training. For starters, he said he plans to get rid of camouflage uniforms, and instead of cadets snapping to attention when they see an instructor, they'll be encouraged to have a conversation.
If we want our officers to be effective communicators out in the street when they're performing the job, then we need to take every opportunity we can while we're training them to demonstrate that.
Chief Manley says the critical parts of the curriculum will remain, like teaching officers how to fight for their lives while they're being attacked.
The role of the police department should be to protect and serve everyday citizens.
Chaz Moore, who leads the Austin Justice Coalition, has worried that some of the more aggressive teachings at the academy may spill onto the street, causing use of force incidents and other violent encounters. He says he supports what Chief Manley is doing.
Hopefully these are things that he's serious about. Hopefully these are things that will be implemented soon. And I think it's a step in the right direction.
All right, moving on. So we're talking about warrantless arrests.
The next cadet class is scheduled to begin in October. Chief Manley says he is looking to the current academy staff to provide input on other possible changes, but he says it is also possible that he may seek an outside review for more feedback. Tony Blahetsky, KVUE News Night Beat.